have found a planet around the nearest star, Proxima Centauri. So this discovery didn't happen obviously from one day.
So what's the closest Earth-like planet you think is worth visiting? How hard is it?
Proxima Centauri. It's over 4 light years away.
The James Webb Space Telescope found an alien signal from Proxima B. This is a major turning point in human history. It is the first time that we've found a possible sign of alien intelligence from a planet outside our solar system. Not only is this an amazing accomplishment for modern astronomy and science, but it also has huge effects on how we think about life in the world and our place in it. The signal came from Proxima B, a planet in the habitable zone of its star, Proxima Centauri, which is the nearest star to the Sun. This makes the finding even more interesting. Finding the aliens opens up new ways to study and explore, and it raises the chance that we are not alone in the universe. Before we begin, click the like and subscribe buttons to get more news. Proxima B was found in 2016 and orbits Proxima Centauri at a distance that might let liquid water exist on its surface. This makes it one of the best places for life to exist. Scientists have thought about what life might be like on this planet since it was first discovered, but until now, there was no solid evidence that life existed there. Finding a strange signal coming from this planet is both a technical achievement and an exciting time for everyone. We've always been interested in the idea of alien societies, and this discovery brings us one step closer to proving what was once just a science fiction idea. The James Webb Space Telescope is a cutting-edge tool that will be launched in December 2021 and will allow us to see farther into the universe than ever before. It can pick up weak signs from stars and planets far away, gathering detailed information about their atmospheres, compositions, and even possible biosignature chemicals that show life processes. Scientists took notice right away when the telescope picked up a signal from Proxima B that was out of the ordinary. This wasn't just any signal, it was so complicated that it couldn't have come from natural events in space, like star flares or pulsar emissions. Instead, it looked like it was purposely made, which raised the intriguing chance that it might be a message from a smart society beyond our solar system. The first thing that had to be done to analyze the signal was to rule out influence from sources on Earth. Radio waves from human technology or satellites can sometimes look like alien signals. But after a lot of research, the team at NASA and other participating institutions confirmed that the signal was coming directly from Proxima B. It had a frequency and pattern that had never been seen before. This find makes us think about how life could interact across interstellar distances. It also makes us think that, if there are people living on Proxima B, their tools may be much more advanced than ours. The fact that Proxima B is only 4.24 light-years away is one of the most exciting things about this finding. It's close enough that future trips could possibly get there in a few decades if rocket technology improves. In theory, we could not only react to these signals, but we might also try to physically visit this nearby star system in the near future. Making touch with an alien society that is so close to our own solar system would have huge effects on our lives. It could completely change how we think about how our species has changed over time and start a new age of exploring beyond the stars. The fact that the James Webb Space Telescope picked up this signal also says a lot about how advanced current space technology is. The telescope is much more accurate and has a much wider field of view than its predecessor, the Hubble Space Telescope. This lets scientists see tiny changes in the light and energy coming from faraway stars. Finding the signal from Proxima B shows that James Webb could find out things about the universe that we didn't know before, like what kinds of things are on faraway exoplanets and whether there is life elsewhere in the universe. It's easy to see why this event has caused so much joy, but it also brings up a lot of questions. If the signal really does come from a smart society, what is their message about? Are they trying to talk to us, or is it just something that their technology does? More readings aren't enough to figure out what this signal means. We need a whole new way of thinking about how to understand contact from other planets. The past of communication systems on Earth, from smoke signals to radio waves, shows that the ways that people share knowledge can change a lot over time. It's possible that Proxima B's message is signed in a way that we don't fully understand yet. Also, finding this signal makes us wonder what kind of life there is on Proxima B. Is there just one society, or are there many kinds of life there? Proxima B is in the habitable zone of its star, which means that it has the right conditions for liquid water, which is necessary for life as we know it. But the fact that Proxima Centauri is so close also makes things difficult. Strong solar flares from this star are known to wipe out planets' atmospheres or make them uninhabitable. If life has evolved on Proxima B, it could be very different from life on Earth. For example, it might be more resistant to radiation or depend on a completely different kind of biology. One of the most interesting ideas is that the signal picked up by the James Webb Telescope could be the first sign of very advanced alien technology. If there is a society on Proxima B that is clever, they may have developed skills that are far beyond what we can understand now. While the signal itself could be a way to communicate, it could also be a sign of something else, like a way to move, make energy, or even travel between stars. Finding the signal could be the first step toward finding tools that could completely change the way we do science and technology. Think about what it would be like to learn from a society that has had thousands or millions of years to improve their knowledge of the world. This finding also makes us think again about the famous Fermi paradox, which asks why we haven't found proof of intelligent alien civilizations yet if they are likely to exist. Based on the signal from Proxima B, it looks like at least one of these civilizations might be nearby in space. It's possible that other signs have been missed or taken the wrong way in the past. It's still very hard for us to find life in other universes because they are so big. The James Webb Telescope may have found this signal, which could be the first step toward solving the Fermi paradox. This would show that intelligent life does exist, even if it is rare. The effects on both science and thought are very big. For thousands of years, people have looked up at the stars and wondered if they are the only ones in the world. A long-held belief that Earth is the only place where life began in the universe has been called into question by the finding of an alien signal. This event could start a new era of research into how life began, not just on Earth, but all over the world. It makes us think deeply about the nature of being, awareness, and how life on other planets has changed over time. Could life on Proxima B have evolved in a way that is similar to how life on Earth has evolved, or could it have evolved in a way that is very different? It also makes us think about what it means to meet alien societies and what that means for our morals. Should we do something about the signal? If so, how? There are reasons to be careful, since talking to an alien culture could lead to things you didn't expect. We don't know what they want or how powerful they are, and it could be dangerous to try to communicate with a more advanced society. Others, though, say that the chance to learn from a society that lives beyond our own is too good to pass up. Making touch could lead to a sharing of information that is good for both cultures and could help us learn more about science, technology, and maybe even philosophy. Not only will finding this alien signal have important scientific and philosophical effects, but it will also have a big culture effect. The idea of life on other planets has been a part of human myths and stories for thousands of years. Ancient myths and current science fiction could be changed by the discovery of an alien signal from Proxima B. It could lead to new stories and ideas about the universe and our place in it. It might get people all over the world interested in space travel, science, and technology again, which would be amazing. Finding the signal also has strategic effects on the world around us. As more money is put into space research by countries around the world, a new kind of space race could start if an alien society is found. Countries may fight to make the technology needed to read the signal or even go to Proxima B. At the same time, this could lead to unprecedented cooperation between countries as people try to make sense of this amazing finding. The search for life beyond Earth is a worldwide effort, and the finding of a signal from Proxima B shows how important it is for countries to work together in space research. This new information makes us question not only what we know about the world scientifically, but also how we think about and feel about it on a deeper level. People have long found comfort in the idea that they are special, both as a species and as a world. Earth has been thought to be unique because of its complicated ecosystems, biodiversity, and the growth of human society. This idea is fundamentally challenged by the idea that there could be intelligent life on Proxima B or any other world. If intelligent life can start and grow in other places, it means that the processes that made life possible on Earth are not as special as we might have thought. Life might not be a cosmic accident, but rather the result of the right circumstances. The social effects of this finding are very important. People have a strong desire to know where they fit in the world. Many people find it both exciting and scary to think that we are part of a bigger group of intelligent beings in the universe. On the one hand, the idea of contacting a foreign society could give people a sense that they are part of something bigger than themselves, a web of intelligent life that spans the stars. On the other hand, it calls into question the existential confidence that our species is unique and in charge. If there is intelligent life in the world besides us, we have to think about what our place and purpose are in the grand scheme of things. Also, this finding changes the way we think about what it means to be alive and smart. A lot of our search for life on other planets has been based on what we know about life on Earth. Scientists often look for planets with conditions like Earth's, an atmosphere, liquid water, and a stable temperature range. This is because we think that for life to thrive elsewhere, it would need the same things that make life thrive here. The signal from Proxima B, on the other hand, makes us think that life could exist in ways we have never seen before. What if the smart beings sending this message don't use carbon-based life like we do? There could be very different ways for them to communicate and use technology depending on their surroundings and how they evolved. This forces us to think about the idea that not only could life exist on planets we thought couldn't support it, but intelligence itself might show up in ways we haven't even thought of yet. Because Proxima B is so close to its star, it's more likely that the surface of the planet is exposed to very high levels of solar radiation. This could have caused any life that existed there to change in very different ways from life on Earth. To live on Proxima B, the beings there may have created complex ways to change energy, which has led to technology advances we can't even begin to understand. This finding also changes what we think we know about technology and conversation. The signal picked up by the James Webb Space Telescope could be a way of communicating that is much more complicated than anything we've ever seen. The information could be stored in ways that are hard for us to understand, maybe using math and science that we don't fully understand yet. This makes it more likely that the people who live on Proxima B have been talking to each other over very long distances for thousands of years, and we are just now starting to figure out what they are saying. What are they really trying to say? This is one of the most important questions. The message could be a simple hello from another world, or it could have a lot more information in it. In an ideal world, it would have information that could help us learn about their biology, science, and society. If we could share our information with a society from another world, it could lead to scientific progress on Earth that has never been seen before. Imagine what we could learn about physics, energy, or even health from a species that has studied the world for hundreds or thousands of years longer than us. Their knowledge could completely change the way people live. The other side of this signal is that it could be something completely harmless or even an accident. Sometimes what we think we've seen isn't really an attempt to communicate, but rather the result of alien technology that we don't fully understand yet. If this is true, it shows how advanced this society may be, so advanced that the signs they send every day are strong enough to be picked up light years away. In spite of that, this find would be very important because it would show how advanced their technology was and how their society was doing. Another important thing to think about is how finding this signal might change the way we explore and live in space in the future. Because Proxima is so close, it will be a great target for future trips. In the past, people have mostly gone into space because they were interested in science and wanted to find resources. But if there is intelligent life on Proxima B, we need to completely change how we explore the world. We would have to come up with rules for how to interact with an alien society, including moral guidelines for contact and careful thought about the possible outcomes of interacting with a species whose goals and skills we don't fully understand. Finding an alien signal also makes people think about how people around the world will react to such an event. In a time when countries like the US, China, and Russia are competing for space research supremacy, how will this finding affect the relationship between these countries? The possibility of communicating with an alien civilization could start a new space race, with countries competing to be the first to set up communication or send missions to Proxima B. On the other hand, it could bring people around the world together as they realize how important this discovery is and how important it is to work together. If there is intelligent life on Proxima B, it might make us rethink what's most important to us as a species. We've been exploring space for decades because we want to grow humanity's presence beyond Earth. This is because we're worried about overpopulation, running out of resources, and the long-term viability of life on our home world. But if there is already intelligent life on close exoplanets, exploring space is no longer just a matter of survival, it's also a matter of morality and diplomacy. We would have to think very carefully about how our acts might affect other civilizations and the whole environment of intelligent life in the galaxy. The chance of cultural sharing is another thing to think about. If we can get in touch with the people on Proxima B in a useful way, we might be able to share our thoughts, art, literature, and beliefs. In the same way that contact with other cultures has changed the way people live together throughout history, contact with an alien race could completely change how we see ourselves and our place in the world. Imagine what it would be like to learn about a totally different culture that has grown and changed over time without being affected by Earth's past. This culture has been shaped by different social and environmental conditions. This could start a new renaissance of thinking as people are exposed to concepts and ideas that make us question what we think we know about life, society, and the world. At the same time, we need to be aware of the risks that might come with touch. It's possible that the signal from Proxima B is a call for peaceful contact, but we can't be sure. The society that sent it could be a threat. In human history, we can see that when societies at different stages of technological growth meet, it can sometimes lead to conflict, whether on purpose or by mistake. If the beings on Proxima B are much more advanced than we are, we need to carefully think about what might happen if we make contact with them and whether we are ready for the risks. One of the most important things about this finding is how it will change the search for life beyond Earth. However, the signal from Proxima B is a tantalizing hint that we are not alone. It also makes us wonder if there are intelligent societies on other worlds in the universe. The fact that an alien signal was picked up says that there may be many more waiting to be found. This finding could bring the search for life beyond Earth back into the spotlight, with more money and tools being put toward scanning the skies for signs from other exoplanets. In this way, the James Webb Space Telescope has already shown its worth. But in the future, other telescopes and observatories could build on this success by making tools that are even better at finding signs of life all over the world. Also, finding this signal from Proxima B could make scientists look back at data and studies they made in the past. Because of the way our technology was at the time, there may have been signs that we missed or got wrong. If scientists think that there might be an alien society not too far away, they might look at data from earlier trips again in the hopes of finding new clues that could lead to more discoveries. That could be the start of a new era in which we actively look for signs from other worlds instead of just waiting for them to come to us. What this finding means for how we think about the history of the world is also important. If there is intelligent life on Proxima B, it means that life may have started much earlier than we thought in other places. Proxima B goes around Proxima Centauri, a star that is much older than our Sun. It would be hard for us to believe that life in the world began millions or even billions of years ago if life on Earth had a head start. It's possible that civilizations have been growing and falling all over the galaxy for a very long time, and we are just now learning about them. If there has been life on Proxima B for millions or even billions of years, it means that civilizations could last much longer than we thought. There are some exciting new ideas about how long intelligent life might live, but there are also some scary stories. Could a society only last for a certain amount of time, either because of nature or man-made limits? Like the problems we're having on Earth right now, advanced alien societies may have had problems with survival, environmental damage, or even self-destruction. Finding out how they dealt with or failed to deal with these problems could teach us a lot as we try to build a global society that lasts and is successful. If an alien signal from Proxima B is found, it could help us understand not only how a distant society works now, but also how it has changed over time. Scientists could figure out when technology started to develop on Proxima B by looking at the signal's properties and the planet's surroundings. If we can figure out some parts of their history, we might be able to see similarities between how our society grew and how theirs did. This kind of cosmic comparison between different cultures would be the first of its kind. It could help us answer long-standing questions about what causes technological societies to grow and whether there are universal patterns that guide the growth of intelligent life. There will be a lot of study into how technology has helped extraterrestrial cultures stay alive and grow after this finding. The signal itself could tell us a lot about the technological skills of the beings on Proxima B. For example, if the signal shows signs of very efficient energy transmission, it could mean that they have mastered ways of making and using energy that are far beyond what we currently understand. This then makes me wonder if advanced societies can find long-lasting, clean energy sources that would help them avoid the environmental problems we have on Earth right now, like using too many fossil fuels or destroying natural environments. The presence of an alien society that has been very advanced in technology for a long time could give us ideas for new ways to advance our own technology. If we can figure out some parts of their technology from the signal, it could help us make big steps forward in areas like space travel, energy, materials science, and artificial intelligence. For example, understanding how a more advanced society collects and spreads energy could lead to new ways of using renewable energy on Earth, which would help us deal with important natural problems like climate change and a lack of resources. Another place where we could use the help of a more advanced society is in spaceflight. If the people on Proxima B have created technologies that let them move between star systems or even talk to each other over very long distances, this could give us a glimpse of what the future holds for people on Earth. At this point, humans have only explored space within our own solar system. Traveling between stars is still a long-term dream due to the huge distances involved and the technological difficulties of making journey close to the speed of light. The finding of an alien society that has already solved these issues, on the other hand, could give us ideas and show us how to go beyond our solar system in the future. The signal could also have information about their ability to travel through space and about other livable worlds that might be in their star system or further away. Proxima Centauri is one of 3 stars in the Alpha Centauri system. The other 2 are Alpha Centauri A and B. If the society on Proxima B has looked into the stars nearby, it could tell us a lot about the chances of finding livable planets near these other stars. This would make our search for life beyond Earth's atmosphere go beyond a single planet and include the whole Alpha Centauri system and even further. Contact with an alien society could lead to useful technology advances, but it could also have huge effects on how we see ourselves as a species and on the future of human exploration. Finding life on other planets would be humbling because it would tell us that we are a small part of a very large, connected universe that is full of secrets and opportunities that go far beyond our own. As people around the world try to come to terms with the fact that we are not alone, this could lead to a renewed sense of global teamwork and unity. Usually, countries like the US, Russia, China, and the EU lead the way in space research because it is in their own best interests to do so. If, on the other hand, intelligent life is found somewhere else in the universe, the focus could change from competition to working together. The stakes are too high, and sharing information and helping each other out is too possible for one country to take over the project. The signal from Proxima B could lead to a new era of international cooperation in space travel. Scientists and governments from all over the world would work together to study the signal, create new technologies, and eventually get in touch with the alien society. Scientists and politicians have been interested in the idea of interstellar relations for many years. Finding an alien signal from Proxima B gets this made-up story one step closer to being true. If we can start a real conversation with the people on Proxima B, we will have to think carefully about how to handle this situation, which has never happened before. Do we send back right away, or do we wait to make touch until we have more time to study the signal? What do we want to say, and who speaks for everyone? The international community will need to give these questions a lot of thought because there are so many things at stake in making the first contact with a foreign society. The idea of exchange is one of the most important things to think about if you want to talk to an alien nation. If we send a message in reaction to the signal, we need to think about what they might do in return. Could they teach us something? What might they want to know about us? It's exciting to think about sharing information with a society from another world, but it also makes me think about what information we should share and what might happen if we release too much. We should be careful when sharing advanced technology with a developed society on Earth, and we should be even more careful when interacting with aliens whose intentions and skills we don't fully understand. The finding of the signal from Proxima B could also make people think more deeply about their moral duties in the universe. If there is intelligent life out there, we need to think about how our acts on Earth and in space might affect those lives. We might change how we treat the environment and technology if we realize that we are not alone in the world and are connected to other intelligent beings who may be affected by the choices we make. Realizing that we share the world with other intelligent life forms could push us to think about our progress as a species in a more long-term and sustainable way. This finding may also bring up the question of what space settlement means in terms of ethics again. As we get closer to putting down permanent bases on the Moon, Mars, and maybe even other celestial bodies, we need to think about how other alien cultures will see our activities. The signal from Proxima B shows that humans are not the only intelligent species in the universe. This should change how we explore and settle in space. We need to carefully weigh the possible benefits of increasing human presence in the solar system against the risks of upsetting alien environments or starting fights with other intelligent beings that weren't meant to happen. One very interesting thing about this finding is that the people who live on Proxima B might have very different morals, cultures, and societies from our own. People often think that advanced societies will share values like wanting to learn, work together, and live in peace. But the truth could be much more complicated. Because of their unique biology, past, and environment, alien societies may have grown and changed in ways that are very different from our own. With these differences in mind, it's important to think about how we will handle any possible contacts with aliens. Will we be able to find things we have in common, or will our differences make it hard for us to talk to each other and understand each other? We think about how different human cultures are and how important it is to promote mutual respect and understanding when we think about the chance of meeting a society with very different values and social structures. We must approach the idea of contact with an alien society with an open mind and a dedication to moral values, just like people have fought with cultural relativism, colonialism, and ethnocentrism here on Earth. This means we need to really consider what we mean when we talk about things like growth, intelligence, and society. We also need to be open to the idea that other intelligent species may have evolved in ways that are different from what we think and expect. If an alien signal from Proxima B is found, it could also have huge effects on how we think about religion and faith. The idea that Earth is unique and that people have a special place in the world has shaped human beliefs for thousands of years. If intelligent life is found on another planet, it could change these views. This would force religious and spiritual groups to deal with the idea that life, and maybe even awareness, exists in other parts of the universe. This could make people rethink long-held beliefs about how the world was made, what part humans play in it, and whether God can get involved in the lives of other intelligent beings. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us, do you believe the signal from Proxima B is from alien life? Thank you for watching, and see you next time.